Throughout history, India has seen powerful female leaders rise to the forefront, from the battlefield to the highest political office. Women have played a direct role in shaping India's story. Yet across the ocean in the United States of America presently, which is called as the world's oldest democracy, world's biggest global power presently, no woman has been able to ever hold the nation's highest political office. 60-year-old Kamala Harris against Donald Trump in his 70s. Like Hillary Clinton against Donald Trump, a similar situation in 2016. Both women finding it difficult to win despite strongly rooted in American ethos and very close, that close to the finishing line. Both powerful women, experienced in politics, and many are asking, apart from other reasons politically, ideologically, is America really not ready to be led by a woman president? Who comes to your mind when I say India's iconic leader or woman ruler in history? खूब लड़ी मर्दानी वो तो झांसी वाली रानी थी. Rani Lakshmibai, known for her courage fighting the British in 1857, leading her army with her child strapped to the back. A symbol of resistance, female empowerment, and an inspiration to generations even today, where she's clearly the most favorite character that little girls like to dress up as. But even before Lakshmibai was the Kittur Revolt of 1824. It's known as one of the earliest women-led anti-colonial struggles possibly, where Rani Chennamma's courage is one for the books. According to documents, the British had around 20,000 soldiers at the foothills of the Kittur fort ready to invade it. This was in present-day Karnataka. But the Queen of Kittur, Chennamma, retaliated and how to protect our homeland. It's not always about the results, because British had a more stronger army, but it's also about the courage, the strength and the resilience to battle it out. Many do not know, but Kashmir centuries ago had a woman ruler, Queen Didda. As documented in Kalhana's Raj Tarangini, considered as India's oldest historical chronicle on Kashmir, Queen Didda was a controversial ruler, ruled with an iron fist for more than 4 decades. But she also showed early on that a woman need not be covered behind a veil hidden in palace corridors. She can lead at the forefront and taking decisions very strongly. Then again, from Kashmir region, there was Kota Rani, called as the last ruler of the Hindu Lohar dynasty in present-day Kashmir. She was a military strategist in the 13th century AD, protected Kashmir and its land against Central Asian invaders, fought threats from opponents within too. But importantly, Kota Rani, according to documents, was known for her intelligence. There have been a lot of praise and verses written for her in appreciation. But do you know something specific about her with regard to modern times? There is an irrigation canal in Kashmir till today that was commissioned by Kota Rani centuries ago. It was to protect the Srinagar city from the floods. Incredible, isn't it? Now let us see modern history, a household name for India in politics, and as the Iron Lady that she has been called, Indira Gandhi. A powerful woman from a political family, but known to have led India strongly through the Green Revolution, India-Pakistan War of 1971, but also showing empathy for the refugees pouring in from Bangladesh, or even a certain protocol, dignity with regard to the enemy soldiers of Pakistan. Known for also taking on the Western world as and when required for the benefit of India. But that first woman Prime Minister of India through 1960s to 80s back and forth continues to be a certain model to follow, whether it was her hairstyle, to her speech, to her dressing sense, to demeanor, to sheer fact that a woman could walk through and how through the male-dominated corridors. This is not just about training or connections. One has to have a lot of self-confidence to be able to continue to return to the government and get elected by people. Let's come to the states of India. Actor-turned-leader J. Jayalalitha in Tamil Nadu, Mayawati in Andhra Pradesh, Mamata Banerjee in Bengal. Some of these regions have high population where even sometimes men decide the election turnout. They have that considerable influence. And yet the voters, men or women, have elected women leaders repeatedly. It's become a normal for us. And yet somehow we are the country that is consistently derided in generalized terms of patriarchy, anti-women, backward third world. Then many are asking, over 200 years of democracy in the United States of America, how could there not be even one woman until recently to even think of becoming a president of the nation? While Indian women, let's be honest, of course, face many problems in the society. But at least our law guarantees us a right on our womb, legal powers to birth a child or not. So what could be the reasons for these extremes that we see in the USA and in India? India is a multi-party political system compared to the two-party system in America. Often the women in our case are already leading a political party and then they go on to become the leader of the state or the nation as well. Our society with regard to gender issues is still progressing, correct? But we have enough role models, from mother goddesses in our scriptures to powerful women leaders on the ground to inspire us daily. India's history with women as leaders at least show one fact. Representation, yes, but also the possibility of progress over the years, decades, centuries, despite being a fairly new nation in the modern era. Hillary Clinton did come very close to becoming the first American woman president, but failed to manage the electoral votes. That is how Donald Trump won the first time in 2016. Kamala Harris had the support of the immigrant vote, Indian Americans largely, and yet that could not really sustain her with regard to how the votes came in. Even for Republicans, Nikki Haley had to drop out of the race by March 2024. There has been one strong woman in the United States of America's politics, Nancy Pelosi, 84 years of age. She was the first female Speaker of the House. She's still a powerful voice who has watched the Kennedy era to now the Harris era. But she also could go no further than that. Now, is it just gender? Maybe not. Maybe Americans are ready for a woman leader. But the fact remains that there is a glass ceiling not yet shattered in the USA over this. A woman's road to the Oval Office is still a long road. One has walked those steps as the First Lady. When will be the woman president walking in those corridors in the USA? Thank you for watching.